But, 9 police officers beating this one man, that's unnecessary. It don't take 9 police officers to beat one man, and if they all was beating him, after a couple hits, it should have been over. Like, okay, damn, how many times you got to hit this man? But obviously, it was to the point that he died. And then they realized that he was dead, so they tried to see if he was dead, and if he was unconscious, try to bring him back or keep him alive, just so they won't be persecuted, because they worried about their own ass. So in the meantime, they was enjoying that. They was enjoying every time. They was enjoying him beating this man to death. They got carried away. Police have refused to comment, citing an ongoing investigation. That could take years to complete. Yeah, of course. But relatives have demanded the cell phone footage be made public. My brother spent the last 8 minutes of his life pleading, begging for his life, said Christopher Silva, 31. The true evidence is in those phones, witnesses that apparently the sheriff department already took. But I know the truth will come out and my brother's voice will be heard. So these police department, man, they're wicked as fuck too. Because here it is, they got this man beat to death by 9 of their officers, and they got the evidence to prove it, and they're saying this investigation go on for years. But if they got video footage of a nigga robbing a grocery store or a 7-Eleven, that man's getting prosecuted within months, and he's in jail because they got the evidence. But these cops, they're still walking around free. They're not behind bars until the investigation's over. See? Okay, this one's called "The U.S. currently fighting 74 different wars that will publicly admit." So Esau, man, just like in the Roman area, he got his forces spread out thin. He's conducting all these wars in these different areas and around the world, and he's declaring war on, he being America, declaring war on its own citizens. You know, that's crazy. You know, that's wicked. It's constantly fucking with other people. You know, and in America, that's all it knows, man. It's constantly warring with other people. You know, it doesn't know how to stay out of other people's business. Warrior is that person that's like, man, hey, you trying to start some shit? Cause I am. That's how America is. And if you ain't trying to start no shit, I'll start it. America loves that conflict. These Edomites love that chaos. Says, and many more convert wars with congressional overweight, let alone public knowledge. Interlogers asked in a recent paper, how many wars is the United States fighting today? Today, U.S. military operations are involved in scores of countries across all 5 continents. The U.S. military is the world's largest landlord with significantly military facilities in nations around the world. It was significant presence in Bahrain, Djibouti, Turkey, Qatar, and Qatar is one area where I know the signal company, not company but brigade, based in Fort Lewis, Washington, constantly deploys to. They constantly deploying to Qatar and Bahrain. And Kyrgyzstan, in addition to long established bases in Germany, Japan, South Korea, Italy, and the UK. Some of these are vast, such as Al Udeid Air Force Base in Qatar and the forward headquarters of the United States Central Command, which has recently been expanded to accommodate up to 10,000 troops and 120 aircraft. So Esau done made his footprint in a lot of these countries. Alright, this one is titled, probably the last one for now. Chinese stealth drone is prepared for test flights. A newly designed Chinese stealth drone is ready for its first flight testing after completing its taxi test last December at an unknown airfield in southern province of Jiang. How do you pronounce that? Reports Dawi News, an outlet operated by overseas Chinese, designed jointly by the Honggu Aviation Industry Group and Shanghai Aviation Corporation and Lingjing Sharpsword is Chinese first stealth drone and the third in the world after the X-47 design by Northrop Grumman of the United States and French Dassault in Euro on the Lingjing program was launched in 2009 and the drone's ground testing was conducted in December 13 last year. So that's one example of the other nations becoming as strong as America. You know, America come out with some shit. The other nations like, okay. The other nations are like, okay, I'll match that and raise you 10, raise you 20. So these other nations, every time you take a foot forward, they take a step forward too. See, I'm gonna start at verse 14 again. Isaiah 47 and 14. Behold, there shall be a stubble, the fire shall devour them, and they shall not be delivered themselves from the power of the flame. So Esau and the other nations, they're not going to be able to deliver themselves from the flame. And for the ones who do survive, they're going to be thinking they're lucky, but they were just spared so they can be in slavery. You know? That's the only reason why they survive. Just so we can put them in slavery and build up our kingdom. Because we had to build theirs up. So they're going to build ours up. And they're not going to have spiritual power to do it. They're just going to have the regular cells. You know? And they might end up be breaking their backs, die from exhaustion. But you know, they'll have babies and then we'll put them to work. Verse 15. Thus shall they be unto thee, with whom thou hast labored, even the merchants from thy youth. They shall wander every one to his quarter, none shall save thee. So none is gonna save these Edomites from their destined destruction. All these other, just like in the past when I was reading earlier about when the children of Ammon got their ass stomped out by the Israelites, the Syrians was like, well, shit, fuck that. They made peace with Israel, with David, King David, and became servants under them. Because they knew they was about to get slaughtered if they didn't. So when these people see the destruction of these Edomites, they're gonna be like, well, shit. You know, I'm not about to try to help them and end up suffering the same fate as them. You know, all these nations are gonna go into slavery anyway, though. We're not gonna spare them. We're not gonna be like, okay, you were cool, so you ain't gotta serve slavery. Nah, man, ain't no respect of persons. Like, I don't care who he is, who she is, or how much a heathen has done for me. The scriptures say you got to go into slavery. Thanks for your help, but you got to go into slavery. Man, leg hurting. All right, Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived, and the children of struggled together within her. And she said, if I be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So it tells you that the elder is going to serve the younger, and one shall be stronger than the other. You know, so that goes to tell you right there that the Most High, He already put a difference between us and the other people. He didn't make everybody the same. Everybody is not the same. You know, and everybody's like, put that the people that are in power put that out there. Oh, we're all equal, and all this other shit to get these people to believe that, when really they believe that they're better than everybody else. But they got everybody else thinking that everybody's equal. But the wealthy and the rich and the people in power are in the mind state of, we're better than everybody else, but all of them think that we're equal. You know, that's what you want your servants. That's what they want. That's what you would have your servants think, right? Because it don't matter what they think. Like, to them it don't matter what these people think. These people here thinking we're all equal, so they don't see anybody over them, so they're not really focused or aiming to be greater, because they don't know what the greatest is. And the wealthy, the bankers, the rich elite banking families, they're looking down on everybody else thinking they're beneath us. But in their eyes, I mean, what is really separating them from the rest of these heathen? The fact that they have a vast